Combat Corner, Professional Fight Gear presents Punches and Kicks and Other Ill, hosted by four-time world champion Duke Roufus.
All right, welcome to Punches and Kicks and Other Ill. Check it out, I got my Combat Corner handmade in Thailand gloves. These are so wicked. Still got my name on there. I love these gloves. I got to be part of the design. See this little fancy dancy piece of equipment there? One reason why we put that on, not necessarily for the straight up strikers, but for MMA. It's good for ground and pound, hammer fisting. But anyway, I'm an equipment nerd, striking nerd, all around nerd probably. That being said, we're gonna get into some skill training today. I'm blessed. I'm only 2-0 as a pro boxer, but I grew up training with a lot of high-level boxers. While my amateur coach was the Olympic coach, and there's a lot of really good talent coming out here in Milwaukee. One of the major talents that really was able to help me was my brother Rick Roufus. A lot of people really know him as a kickboxer, but he also boxed at the Kronk in Detroit. As well, he was managed by the great Sugar Ray Leonard, and I got to be in camp with Pepe Carrera, with Felix Pintor, who trained 16 world champions from Puerto Rico. My coach here locally, he trained world middleweight champion Gerald McCullen. So I do have a lot of experience boxing. That's why we call it not only the Duke Roufus kickboxing, Duke Roufus Thai boxing, Duke Roufus boxing. No, it's the Duke Roufus Striking University. And again, Combat Corner is bringing us that gear. Speaking of that, before I get into the technique, see these wicked gloves? There's a new .20 coming out. We got new handmade in Thailand gloves coming to us. Some different colors, some different designs, and a lot of other equipment, bags and such. What we're gonna get into today is power punching. You know, a lot of people always wanna know how to start knocking people out. One thing I think that is a problem in mixed martial arts is we're so busy training, we don't have enough time to train all the assets that make you strong at something. Cale Sanderson said it best in collegiate or amateur wrestling, the best strength and conditioning is wrestling. So, meaning get strong by doing the sport you do. So that's something we're gonna work on. I know in the past we've done the power punching with Coach Kush. What we're gonna do is work on a little bit slower and kind of work on our timing punching. We're gonna work on how to catch the bag. We're gonna work on a few different skills. When the bag's moving at me, when the bag's moving to the side, and also changing paces a little bit. But another skill I really focus on is check out this hand here. One thing I've done is my whole life I was taught to focus on hitting with the tip of my knuckle. I don't want to hit with the flat part because it just doesn't pierce as much. When I hit with the tip of my knuckle, I'm gonna get a lot more damage. The other thing I really focus on is the torque. It's the torque and the tip. Now you're probably saying, well, this is a stronger area. Yes and no. It's kind of like when you break and pull, just that little point of the cue ball hits the whole rack of balls and they fly. And that's the concept with this, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. So I work on the bag, and one, obviously getting in a good stance and focusing, but you'll see the torque I focus on. That's one thing, a lot of people, they'll criticize Floyd Mayweather. He's not a power puncher, but Floyd Mayweather is a quality puncher. One thing, if you watch Mr. Mayweather hit the bag constantly, every time he hits, he torques and he puts his core into the bag. That's something you watch good boxers in training camp and great fighters do. What I'm gonna do, the bag gets swinging. I just wanna work on nice and easy, loose, pop, working on how to hit as a weight comes in. I get that bag swinging, pop, catching it coming in, nice and easy, light on my feet as I get pop, better. And like I said, boom, the torque I get, pop. Then sometimes I'll let the bag go on side to side. I learned how to pop, use different angle punches. That was kind of a half overhand, half straight cross. And that's what you do some days on the bag. It's not always about going crazy, but you work pop, different variations. I'll be stupid. I'll go horizontal, pop, nice and easy. Like I said, pop, working different angles on the bag, pop, work on getting that bag to bounce. The biggest thing I'm trying to really get good at is clipping the chin. That's how you knock people out. It's not hitting them as hard as you can on their forehead. You're really trying to focus on hitting the chin, cracking the chin, Eric Koch did it real good in one of his UFC big bonus knockouts, and if you watch a few of my K1 fights, I fought rest in peace, great guy, Kyokushin guy, Tomasz Kuszewski. I just clipped a quick shot on his chin that dropped him, and it's from that snap of the punches. So hitting the bag, I build a lot of power doing that. So it's monotonous, but like I said, the other thing I work on too, as I'm closer, similar to the great Bruce Lee, I learned how to get power close by exploding. I get farther away, even farther away, and then torque as I hit. So I'm not so much using the swing, but the snap of my punches as I get going too. That little timing, nice and easy, but I really focus too, keeping my weapons torqued and pointed. If I keep my hands back here, it's going to be a little bit harder. I know some people like this guard. I don't personally, because I'm not the fastest guy, so I like to keep my hands in front of me. They're ready to punch and they're a little quicker. Striking, there's a lot of different ways. That's the way I like. It's worked real well for me. Like I said, another thing too, as you get going side to side, now when I start moving a little bit side to side, I practice shifting my weight into my strikes. So I learned side, 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 side. You can see what I created there was getting my power from my footwork. And it just wasn't swinging as hard as I can. So I started using the footwork. I get going on those feet, a little a la Roy Jones style, the rooster punch. So that's just a little different, slight variation. We showed Coach Kush digging in and really pounding, building some hurting bombs. This was more kind of clean punching skills. You'll see, especially on the countdown shows, you'll see a lot of the boxers, they won't throw a lot of punches, but they throw clean punches. And this is something too, the better fighters are good at throwing clean punches. Clean punches are gonna cause big knockouts and big KOs. Again, just keep tuning in. We got a lot of cool stuff. Every week we're gonna be giving you this, and especially hit me up on Instagram, something you wanna see. I do a lot of stuff on Instagram. If you are in the Duke Roufus striking formula, go in the Ask Duke, the Duke Roufus University, go in the forum and ask me what you want. Or like I said, request on my Duke Roufus striking page on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll try and do something next week for you. Like I said, I'm really into sharing technique, content. To me, this sport's been really good to me in martial arts, so I want to be really good to you guys, the best I can be. Hopefully I can share some of my knowledge, and hopefully this is useful to you. Some other really big things coming up. Like I said, Combat Corner has got one of the best up-and-coming grappling tournaments coming up October 17th right here in Milwaukee, the good land. Don't miss that tournament. You can pre-register online. There's going to be a lot of great teams coming out. I know my whole team that I'm affiliated with, part of the whole Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu team. We're going to be there trying to win the trophy. I know our friends from the Braza team, they're a powerhouse from Chicago as well. With Comprito, they're going to be coming strong. There's going to be some high-level competition. There's some cash prizes for the absolutes. It's a really great tournament, really organized, and the thing that's nice is the price. It's very affordable. And then also, speaking of Combat Corner, don't forget about the new gear coming in from Thailand. Like I said, they got all the other stuff too, reloading, a lot of great stuff. You school owners, don't forget, man, see these badass shorts? Combat Corner did them. See my anklets, Combat Corner. Like I said, do you want to get cool, great custom gear? Well, the whole Roufus Sport Association, we get all of our gear from Combat Corner. Thanks again, Dan and the team over there designing great gear. Now, another thing, speaking of school owners, I know a lot of you guys like to watch the content. My good friend Alan Belcher, or as our good friend Hanato Laranja calls him, Alan the Talons Belcher. We got the huge Combat Con coming up November 6 and 7 down in Biloxi, Mississippi. It was a very big success last year, and I gotta say, I learned so many great things, met so many great people that started out as friends and now have become brothers and sisters. Some great people, great speakers. I learned so many great things that elevated our business side and our classroom side and just our overall point of view and everything that we're doing here at Roufus Sports. So like I said, if you're looking to grow your MMA, your martial arts school, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, etc., you got to come to this event. And I know there's going to be some big names we haven't announced yet, but some big names from the Roufus Sport team that also have schools, and they're going to be there as well. So it's not only is it going to be awesome, we're going to have a great time hanging out. And the first day, all of our Roufus Sport affiliates, we all train on Thursday, so I'm looking forward to my Roufus Sport Nation. We're going to get together and get a whole day of training. And until then, have fun getting it done, and check out the gear at Combat Corner. Thank you so much.